Meet up close and personal, Judge Daniel Locallo. Judge Locallo will share with us the importance of integrity. Welcome to The Greatness in You. I'm Will Horton. Today, our topic is integrity. Joining me to talk about integrity is Judge Daniel Locallo. Welcome to The Greatness in You, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Horton. It's a pleasure being here.
You're known for your fairness and integrity. How did this come to be?
Well, I think that I had some great teachers, starting out with my father. He is a retired captain, he just turned 87 on July 7th. But in the years while growing up, he always stressed to me that you have to look at the situation and call it as you see it. So when I was lucky enough to become a judge, he said to me, there isn't any case, there isn't any situation worth giving up your name, your reputation, or your freedom, or your family. So he stressed, you call it as you see it. He also warned me that just because a police officer says something doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. They have different perspectives sometimes. And so he stressed, call it as you see it. Now, when you become, I was lucky enough to become a lawyer. I was lucky enough to work in some firms. I started out doing subrogation, then I became an assistant state's attorney, and you meet other judges, you meet other prosecutors, you meet other defense counsels, and you try and learn from each segment of the people that you come across. And I was lucky enough, one of my judicial heroes is Justice Cousins. And to me, he was the best. You worked hard, but he had a particular rule which I thought was unique. There's always some concern about people being able to talk to the judge behind doors. The term is backdoor a judge.
Yes.
Well, Justice Cousins, he told us as prosecutors, you can come back here and discuss anything under the sun except cases. I will not discuss a case with you unless the defense counsel is present.
Now, you began your career as a prosecutor in 1978.
Yes.
What motivated you to enter the criminal justice field?
Well, I think the main inspiration probably was my father, because he would come home, he would tell me about some of the court cases. That was a major influence. The other major influence was probably the movie To Kill a Mockingbird. Mm-hmm. In that case, most of viewers, I think, know about it, but it's a situation where Gregory Peck is Atticus Finch, and he is called upon to defend a gentleman by the name of Robinson, who's charged with allegedly raping a white woman. And the judge comes to see Atticus and says, I want to appoint you. And he takes the case, and he takes his job seriously, which is to make sure that he gives Mr. Robinson the best defense possible. And you see the various influences. You got an all-white jury. You have the father of the alleged rape victim, who more than likely is the person that probably struck his daughter. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if there was anything else besides that, but to me, it's a trumped-up charge against Mr. Robinson, but unfortunately, the system is against him, and tragically, after he is convicted, he allegedly tries to escape, and they kill him. But one of the important things that I saw in the movie is that even though the verdict is guilty, and they take Mr. Robinson away, there's a very important scene where Atticus's children are in the audience on the second floor with the other African Americans in the community, and the pastor, I forget what the gentleman's name was, but as Gregory Peck is walking out of the courtroom, they all stand out of respect knowing that this is somebody that was willing to put forth a great effort under extreme conditions and give him the best defense possible. I mean, so to me that's inspirational. That's an attorney is somebody that can, take a different set of circumstances and then try and do the best they can to help people.
We have to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Discover the personal powers that unlock the genius and greatness in you. Will Horton, author of the Wisdom for Greatness series, has written a breakthrough book, The 30 Power Principles, 30 life-changing principles that will help to give birth to your greatness. The 30 Power Principles can help you awaken and bring forth infinite possibilities for happiness, health, success, and greatness. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
The 52 Principles for Successful Living, Keys to Success and Victorious Living by Will Horton will elevate your mind, lift your spirit, and take you to the pinnacle of success. They provide the key to success. They will connect you to the power of your higher self. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Will Horton's Power Quotes is a 6-volume collection of power quotes that will get you in the power zone. Volume 1, Power for Dreams. Volume 2, Power for Success. Volume 3, Power for Hopes. Volume 4, Power for Winning. Volume 5, Power for Greatness. Volume 6, Power for Life. Future success awaits those who make the best use of the present, says Horton. Will Horton's Power Quotes, the 6-volume set, is available at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping. For the best in limousine service, ride with a Butler. Call Butler Limousine, 708-758-5466.
Welcome back. We're talking about integrity with a man who has a lot of it. Winning that does not embody fair and just traits is not true success. Number 1, develop a fair and just character. If you live an honest and upright life, there is no limit to your potential for happiness and success. Number 2, a person with integrity will find success with honor and receive great respect. When you live your life with integrity, you'll meet true success. Let's hear what some people on the street are saying about today's hot topic.
If you have good intention, then there's usually integrity. It's a strength within you. If your intention is all about maybe yourself and money or cheating people or whatever, the integrity sort of, in my opinion, might not be as strong.
My thoughts on honesty and fairness, I think everyone should live by those, but I mean, they're also very subjective. What is fair, what is honest, but I think as long as you're living by your rules of honesty and fairness, I think that it's okay.
Hi, I'm Vince Ambrose from Tinley Park, Illinois, and you have greatness in you.
The ABCs of Self-Esteem by Will Horton can be used to help children develop highly effective habits that will lead to happiness and success in life. The ABCs of Self-Esteem was written for families to enhance and build self-esteem in both young and old. Buy the ABCs of Self-Esteem at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400. Shipping is free.
Martin Luther King Jr. is a hero, an inspirational book for children from early childhood through middle and late childhood. Martin Luther King Jr. is a Hero will help parents and children better plan their life's journey, aim, and destination. The book will help young children give birth to their dreams. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. As always, shipping is free.
Make your child head of the class. Head of the Class Early Childhood Development Center, 1900 East 87th Street, Chicago. Committed to excellence in education. Call 773-721-7500.
My name is Dominique, and I want to be a psychiatric doctor.
I want to be in law enforcement, a professional football player, a marine biologist,
be a lawyer.
I want to be a veterinarian,
a teacher,
to be a doctor.
I want to be a songwriter.
If you know your abilities and you believe you can, you eventually will. Don't just be ordinary. I want you to become extraordinary. The key is that you have to awaken this greatness.
Not only that you have to have goals, but you have to work towards them. I learned that the first step to success is to believe in myself and always keep going on with your dreams and never let go of them. Choose your friends correctly, because if you don't, you can go down the wrong path.
For Success Camp information, call 773-445-2400.
Wisdom Keys for Greatness, Rules of Success for Teens, book and workbook by Will Horton will get you ready for success. Rules of Success for Teens prepares you for future success and greatness. The rule of conduct for tomorrow's success is to prepare for it today. Be ready to board the success train when it stops at your station in life. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Let's learn wisdom for a healthy you. Welcome to A Healthy You. I'm Will Horton. Today, our topic is diabetes. Joining me today to talk about diabetes is Dr. Ino Awat. She's a board-certified physician and life coach. Welcome, Dr. Awat.
Thank you very much.
Well, how do you define diabetes?
Diabetes is simply defined as sustained high blood sugars. Now, there's a hormone that is released in our bodies by an organ called the pancreas. And when there is either a deficiency in the insulin or an inability of the body's cells to respond to insulin, we have high blood sugars being sustained in the circulation. Now, when this occurs over a prolonged period of time, diabetes sets in.
We have to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to get up close and personal with Judge Locallo. Stay with us.
The ABCs of Success, A to Z Rules and Action Steps for Success by Will Horton will help give rise to victorious living. They will help you condition your mind for success, keep a positive attitude, get in the success zone, achieve success and victory. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Wisdom Keys, Great Proverbs and Sayings by Will Horton is a 4-book collection of timeless proverbs and sayings that provide sage advice and guidance for successful living. They are a fountain of knowledge that will inspire, motivate, and empower you to achieve greatness. Book 1, Ability to Extraordinary. Book 2, Failure to Knowledge. Book 3, Lack to Purpose. Book 4, Quarrel to You. Will Horton's Proverbs and Sayings are rules of conduct for successful living. Buy the 4-book set at Amazon.com, barnesandnoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. Shipping is free.
The Biblical Success Principles, The Laws and Power of God by Will Horton is a theology of success. The Biblical Success Principles book and study guide can be used to bring forth God's will and purpose for your life. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Will Horton Power Thoughts on Hopes and Dreams and Will Horton Power Thoughts on Success and Winning are a recipe for success. They will help you give life to your hopes and dreams and put you in the power zone. Power thoughts condition your mind to triumph over negativity and the powerless thoughts that lead to hopelessness and lowered ambitions. They condition your mind for success. You become what you dream, believe, expect, and have faith that you will achieve. These power thoughts will motivate, inspire, and empower you to achieve success and greatness. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. Shipping is free.
Make your child head of the class. Head of the Class Early Childhood Development Center, 1900 East 87th Street, Chicago. Committed to excellence in education. Call 773-721-7500.
Welcome back. The great Justice William Cousins is joining us. Judge Locallo, your works in life as a prosecutor and a judge was profiled in the book Courtroom 302. Tell me about Courtroom 302 and your special relationship with Judge Cousins.
Okay, Courtroom 302 was a book written by Stephen Bulgara. I first met Steve because he had written an article in the Reader newspaper about Judge Cousins at 26 in California, and I think the headline of the article was Judge Cousins, he keeps on trying, okay? And it emphasized the strong work ethic that Judge Cousins had, and I was lucky enough to be interviewed for that article, you know, and obviously I praised Judge Cousins because he is and always will be the hardest working individual ever to work at 26 in California. He didn't earn the nickname Prince of Darkness for nothing. Because he was putting in long hours and working hard. So Steve, I saw him a couple years later, and Steve was at 26 in California, and he said, I asked him, you know, what are you doing, Steve? Doing another article? And he says, yeah, well, I was commissioned to write a book about the building. So I said to him, well, you're welcome to visit my courtroom because I do have some interesting cases. And one thing led to another is just that Steve was given free access in my courtroom. I gave him free access to the files if he needed to check on things. I told him, I don't want to know when you're coming. So this way I don't change the way I do things. And so he was given free access, and he wrote about the cases that occurred in my courtroom. But in getting the background, I had a chance again to comment a little bit more thoroughly about what I had learned from Judge Cousins when I worked in his courtroom, and subsequent to working with him, I still had a great relationship with the judge. And it's always a learning process in dealing with William Cousins Jr. because one thing good about judges is they can talk to fellow judges and say, you know, what about this? What do you think about this? What about this situation? And he's my mentor. He's the person, I was lucky enough to work with other judges, Judge Strayhorn, Judge Bailey, Judge Pincham, Judge Pompey, Judge Cawley, but Judge Burkos, but he's the man.
Judge Cousins, tell me about the special bond that the two of you have.
Well, Judge Locallo is a special person, and he works hard. He gets the work done, and he does what he has to do with an interest in seeing that justice is done. Although he's prosecuting, he always sought to see that justice was done. And I have had a lot of prosecutors and public defenders and clerks who have worked with me, but no one has excelled Judge Locallo in doing what he has to do in the way that it should be done.
Judge Locallo has much more to share with us. When we come back, we're going to find out what life lessons he's learned.
The 52 Principles for Successful Living, Keys to Success and Victorious Living by Will Horton will elevate your mind, lift your spirit, and take you to the pinnacle of success. They provide the key to success. They will connect you to the power of your higher self. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Discover the personal powers that unlock the genius and greatness in you. Will Horton, author of the Wisdom for Greatness series, has written a breakthrough book, The 30 Power Principles, 30 life-changing principles that will help to give birth to your greatness. The 30 Power Principles can help you awaken and bring forth infinite possibilities for happiness, health, success, and greatness. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Will Horton's Power Quotes is a 6-volume collection of power quotes that will get you in the power zone. Volume 1, Power for Dreams. Volume 2, Power for Success. Volume 3, Power for Hopes. Volume 4, Power for Winning. Volume 5, Power for Greatness. Volume 6, Power for Life. Future success awaits those who make the best use of the present, says Horton. Will Horton's Power Quotes, the 6-volume set, is available at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
What a great life of service. What are some life lessons you've learned?
Well, one of the things I think in looking at how you deal is that your life is not always going to be smooth. You're going to have some valleys, you're going to have some peaks. And the idea is that when you're down and you're facing adversity, you have to work hard to overcome that adversity. You do the best you can with whatever God gave you. The important thing is that you keep fighting. You keep trying to do what's right. Justice Cousins recently, he was responsible for an amendment to the Supreme Court rules regarding the role of prosecutors. Because I believe he was the first one to suggest that the first thing in the rules of professional conduct for prosecutors is to seek justice, not seek convictions. And so, to me, what that stresses to me is that when you are doing something, you have to look at the whole picture. What are you trying to accomplish? Is it right? Is it just? And if it's right and it's just, then you follow that path. I think I learned as a prosecutor, we may have the right person, but we might not have the evidence. You don't manufacture evidence. You take what's given you, and it's important because there are obligations that a prosecutor has with respect to the criminal justice system. And one of the obligations is if there is evidence that negates the defendant's guilt, you have an obligation to inform the other side and let them know. As a judge, what's interesting is when you're a judge in a criminal court, there's a couple of things that people don't realize what a judge has to do in criminal court. The first thing is the defendant is entitled to a fair trial. The second thing is the defendant is entitled to effective assistance of counsel. And the third thing is, as far as I'm concerned, you have to make sure that the prosecutors follow the rules. You can't let them circumvent the rules for purposes of them. Remember, their obligation is to seek justice. Yes, their job is to do the best they can to try and get a conviction if they have the evidence. But as a judge, the main two jobs, as far as I'm concerned, fair trial and effective assistance of counsel. In certain situations, if the defendant did not receive effective assistance, I stepped in and granted a new trial. I had one situation where I had a bench trial. There was a double murder conviction. But then it was brought out that before the defendant decided to waive jury, the state had taken one of their witnesses and had brought him to various courtrooms in the system, allowing either bond forfeiture warrants to be vacated or cases to be dismissed. That was never brought out to the defense. So I felt in that situation that when he waived jury, he was not aware of what the state had done for this particular witness. And the defense counsel, good attorney, Chester Slaughter, was not aware of it either. And I think he would have had a different decision if he knew that in front of a jury he might be able to question this witness about all the favors that the state had done for him. So I granted a new trial. So it's an important obligation as a judge, but in life's lessons, as far as I'm concerned, work hard, but do what's right.
Great advice. And thank you for your service to humankind. And thank you for joining us on The Greatness in You. I want to hear from you. I look forward to meeting you one day and hearing about your journey to success and greatness. Remember, you have greatness in you.
This has been a W. Horton production.